we can literally light up our cranial nerves just like we can light up the world. You guys don't seem excited again. Really? I like this stuff. Okay, good. Well, I'm not going to review this because we already reviewed it, right? But look, now, I actually sent a message and say, now tell me if we're having more red light things on here so I can put them on here, but Shelby didn't want to tell me. But now we have a lot more things, right? Okay, let's finish up with the wand. This can be done with the wand or with the lasers. This is what I call the central nervous system reset. And I love to do this before I work with people. Again, we know why now, right? If your central nervous system is off, can you heal? So what should you work on first? Your brain, your central nervous system, right? Okay, super easy. The cranial nervous system reset with our wonderful terahertz wand. Up the nose. Yes, it's uncomfortable at first. Yes, you can do it. Yes, it's uncomfortable and it's okay. Right? You can mouth breathe. It's okay. Okay? Up the nose, eyes, with no glasses, obviously, ears, throat, and I like to throw in right behind here, right at the cerebellum, right? Because everything goes up your spine, up the back of your head, and forward. So if you get that cerebellum, you're getting it right at the beginning of all the nervous system. How much in each area? It depends. How much time do you have? Right? I typically do this whole thing within a minute, but I do it every day. If you're going to do it once a month, maybe 20 minutes, right? Yeah, it really depends. So where do we look in the nervous system? Or these are critical. We already looked. We have to have minerals, and we have to have minerals that are imbalanced. Anything is going to throw off our nervous system. So this is really important to look here. Omega-3s are fabulous for any neurodegenerative issue, concussions. It floods the cranial nerves, the omega-3s. And remember I told you that viruses, bacteria, and parasites love to live in the cranial nerves? They don't like omega-3s. We have an omega-3 solution for that, right? Now, your amino acids, they're your sparks of your nervous system. So pay attention to those when you're working with someone. And look what we have. We have our cell salts. This is a wonder. I mean, you can use all the cell salts because we're all deficient in cell salts, but these are the top 5 that I love to spark the nervous system. And everyone knows we can make these, right? I know we have some new people. If you don't know, go out onto Solex official site because we can make this, which is mind-blowing. Can I turn? Okay. Again, what we're going for? We're going for that inner peace so that our frequencies land and our frequencies magnify in our body. If we have that dysresonance in our body and we're putting resonance in, they're going to clash. And they're not going to work as well. We have flowers. I love our flowers. I love Rescue Remedy, rock rose, elm. Fringed violet is so beautiful. Look at it down there. Crowea. Can I turn? No? So what about if you infused your water with this and then gargled? What do you think would happen? Yeah? Think your brain would like it? What about if you infused some rose water and sprayed it on your face and then wanded? You think your face would like it? What about if you had a bright in that mixture? All right, I feel like we have gone over this a lot, right? MindSync is so powerful for vagus nerve reset. You've heard almost everyone say that, right? MindSync, MindSync. Why is that? Changes our whole brain, right? If someone's up here saying this is not going to work, is it going to work as well? No. And so my husband doesn't really believe in frequencies. That's my dirty little secret. And my daughter thinks crystals are evil. Do I try to change their mind? No. Let them. It's okay. When they're ready, they'll come. Right? So don't get caught up if people are saying, oh, that doesn't work. It's okay. It works for me. I'm not in the business of trying to convince somebody. If someone's ready, they're ready. The breathing for that vagus nerve, it calms the central nervous system. You could do, 4-4, 4-4. That box breathing that we practiced was amazing, 4-7-8. Something to note, though, when you do nostril breathing, it calms the central nervous system down. Because if you think about it, when we were being chased way back when by a saber-toothed tiger, it's like, right? We're mouth breathing. And that's what happens when people get in a panic mode. It's like, so remind them, breathe in the nose, out the nose to calm the central nervous system down. And we want the ribs to move. I think the latest study is 95% of people use this much of their lungs, and the oxygen exchange happens at the bottom. So we have to move the ribs. You have to move the fascia in between the ribs. And what sits in our ribs? Our heart. We can literally massage our ribs with our breathing, right? Or massage our heart with our breathing and our ribs. Okay, so here are some mind sync affirmations for calming the central nervous system. I am safe. That is a really good one, isn't it? Because when you're in fight or flight, your brain doesn't feel safe. I'm grounded. I'm centered. I'm aligned. So we can't talk about the vagus without talking about what? Digestion. Everyone understands why, right? If your brain isn't happy, your gut's not happy. If your gut's not happy, your brain's not happy. If mom is not happy, exactly. If Shelby's not happy, just saying. Okay. Are your drainage pathways open? We're going to get it out of the way. You ready? We're going to say poop. Poop, poop, poop. Come on. Poop, 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 poop. We need to talk about poop. Turn to your neighbor and ask them right now if they poop today, please. Okay, ready? Other neighbor. Get personal. Other neighbor. Someone else. Okay, ready? Okay, stop, please. I know it's fun to talk about poop now. Ask them, ready? Please turn again and ask if they were deer pellets, smushy, or bananas. Deer pellets, smushy, or bananas? Okay, ready? 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 Ask them how many times a day they poop. Okay. Why do I want to ask those questions? Why is it important? If we're not pooping, if we're not eliminating, what's happening? We're a brewery, right? Everything's sitting in there, and we're creating alcohol. We're fermenting. Your brain doesn't know the difference whether you had a bottle of wine or you have a little microbrewery in here. I'm serious. You're going to get brain fog, right? Pooping is so important, and yet it's taboo to talk about. We have to talk about it. We have to open up our drainage pathways. If you answered yes to any one of these things, you need to work on your drainage pathways. It's stagnant. Make sense? Okay, well, that was fun. Okay, so we have so many things that we can do for our gut because we have that gut-brain axis. It influences our cranial nerves, our neurotransmitters, our cortisol, our behavior. All of these things are amazing. Okay, let's talk about the best areas to apply AO tunes for the vagus nerve. I love in front or behind the ears, because we saw those cranial nerves, right? They come down like this, the facial nerve, glossopharyngeal, trigeminal nerve. Anyone who has grinding of the teeth, that's fabulous. Sternum right here. Sacrum, lower spine. If someone is constantly, they're not grounded enough or they can't get outside enough, if they're in bed and they can't, you can do it on their feet. Super amazing. You can go directly on the chakras. And remember, do we need to touch the body for this to work? No. If I have it on my phone, do I need to touch my body? No, we learned about the biofield, right? How far out does the biofield go? Forever. Forever. So we can come off of our body, which is super cool. Okay, these are my favorite tuning forks for the central nervous system and the vagus reset. I'm not going to read it. You can just take a photo and do it. Let me know when I can turn. Let's switch over to traditional Chinese medicine. So, right between the eyebrows, super important for calming the mind, reducing anxiety, insomnia. It can reset the vagus nerve. Right on top of the head. Who overthinks here occasionally? Right? I know I've talked to about 10 or 12 people who have dizziness right now. Yeah? Right here. Vertigo seems to be on the rise right now. Yeah. Right here. Right where your wrist meets your palm. You don't have to get fancy with any names. Just apply pressure. This is really good for emotional regulation. If someone's in fight or flight, it can calm down heart palpitations, great for stress, insomnia. And then if you go 3 fingers down, you continue down. Super good if you have nausea. When we went on the Day of Discovery trip in the Dominican, my husband and I were on this field trip, and we got on a bus at 6 a.m. We were going to be on the bus all day until like 11 p.m. or 9 p.m., something like that. And I never get car sick, but I was in there 5 minutes into the trip. I started having nausea. Didn't have internet, didn't have cell service, didn't have my oils. So I was pushing right here. It works really well. And you've seen those nausea bands, right? They sell for the boats and they have a point, so it's right there. So what can we do? We can do Cepheid dots. We can do the wand. We can do the lasers. We can do the transducers. We have so many options. And we have all of these options. When I do these, I like to prime them first, so you can just do a little rub, do a couple of breaths, and then put the laser on there. Works really well. Tap maybe on the top of the head, wand or laser. Just kind of wakes up your brain. You've all seen athletes like at the Olympics or something, and they rub their quads before they run or they sprint. Why do you think they're doing that? They're telling their brain, hey, get ready, right? So it's the same type of thing. Hey, get ready. Okay, the hub. I can't believe I can't even talk a long time about this. Super important. If it's not on your bucket list, like it's been said, make sure to do it because it can really calm the central nervous system, supports emotional balance, cognitive habits, retrains those loops. Okay, I'm going to turn it. Infinity mat. I love the infinity mat. It's passive. It's so amazing. I literally work on it all day. Yeah. Okay, I'm turning it. Don't take a picture of this. I'm just kidding. This is literally what I do on the hub. This is literally what I do. 1064 up the nose on my infinity mat. Look what I do. Look what happens. Okay, this was my new favorite, but now I'm going to have other favorites, right? So I had this here and this on my stomach while I'm doing the hub. Why do you think I did that? Brain gut, you get a bonus. Brain gut connection. If you 1064 here, 1064 here, 1064 here, you're lighting up your body, right? I'm doing inner voice, I'm doing mind sync, I'm visualizing my affirmations, I'm humming, I'm doing eye exercise. It's a process, let me tell you. When I start doing this, my whole family's just like, I'm out. I'm serious. Everyone just leaves, except the dog. The dog loves me. The dog loves me and my woo-woo self. Healing happens between bodies, not just inside them. You are the frequency keeper, and you are the medicine. Yeah? Thank you for syncing with me. Our resonance ripples way beyond this moment.